Hi everyone, I'm Abby and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. Now, last episode we almost got Workers Alba to confess, but he's still not quite going down without a fight. So we're gonna finish it up in this episode. See, he says the final testimony, so we're almost done. Last episode. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more. As if there was anything else for me to testify about. I still have yet to fully prove that it was Mr. Alba who murdered Mr. Koshan. Well, I'd like to hear about your movements before the murder occurred. I wonder if you could tell us about what you did here at the Theater of Trum Neutralis. Very well. I suppose I could tell you about that. Because about all I did was watch the Steel Samurai stage show. Elaborating on even that alone is good enough for me. The only way for me to place this man under arrest is to pinpoint the exact location of where the murder took place. That is the key to this investigation. I watched from the last row. The stage was well lit, but it was dark out in the audience. I swear it was there in the audience, but it's hard to prove that, I suppose. Don't you remember the contents of the show very well, though? Is that proof enough for you? Those moving scenes were seared in this old man's heart. I'll never forget them. So we're in the theater proper, watching the Steel Samurai stage show, were you? Of course I was. I have a great fondness for the Steel Samurai. Heh, yeah, I was pretty cool up there, wasn't I? You're not the one who was cool. It's the Steel Samurai who was cool. Yeah, the Steel Samurai's special finishing move today was really something, huh? Hey, yeah, gee, who is she? Who's the super cute girl? She's been standing here this whole time and only now he notices her? Her name is Kate Faraday, and she's helping me in my investigation. Sorry, I didn't get to introduce myself earlier. Better late than never. Yeah, it's okay, I'm Larry Butts. Silence in the peanut gallery. There's no time for such trivialities at a time like this. Mr. Prosecutor, this is the final battle. You got that? I know. This is the end. For that man there. Now that's the kind of thing I like to hear. I think I'll give trusting you a try, Mr. Prosecutor. Or rather, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll leave this critical battle up to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Have no fear, I will finish the job. This really is the end game. Time has come to expose every last one of Mr. Alba's lies.
Hold it!
Well, I remember the contents of the show as well myself. That's nice. That's nice. Miles Edgeworth, don't allow yourself to be riled up by him at this important juncture. I wasn't planning to let him. Well, if you ask me, I think I'm the biggest Steel Samurai expert around here. And didn't you think the climactic scene in today's show was just totally awesome? Yes, I remember that well. That was a spectacular special move. The way you delivered the final blow against the evil magistrate the early summer rain job. Oh, that scene will live on my heart forever. Is that how it went? I totally forgot about that. How can you forget your own special moves? That's the special attack the Steel Samurai uses when he's using the Samurai Spear. Yes, today was the first time I showed it off, was it not? I hadn't watched the show, then how could I answer you with the name of the move? Suppose if you are correct, but if you could, please elaborate on this point for me. One of the scenes was of his never before seen early summer rain job move. Because he bent it, Larry couldn't do the early summer rain job special attack. So we know he's lying.
Objection!
The special move today was the early summer rain job. Is that your final answer?
Objection!
You little irritating gnat. Do you think you could trip me up by asking the same question over and over? That was not my intention. Your testimony is more than sufficient. However, I believe it would be wise for you to take a look at this. The Samurai Spear? What about it? This spear actually never made it on stage today. Excuse me? Unfortunately for you, tonight's Steel Samurai happened to be a goof of a young man with an abundance of useless hot-bloodedness. Having said that, said useless man bent the spear during his rehearsal this evening. Okay, do you remember what the Steel Samurai special move was tonight? It was the Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. Correct, because you couldn't use the spear a last minute change was made. Had you really been watching the show, you would have known the move that was used. Quirkus Alba, you didn't watch even a single minute of the Steel Samurai stage show tonight, did you? Aha, so if he wasn't watching the show tonight, then it opens up the possibility that he was busy killing Mr. Kushan instead. So where were you during the show? Demand an answer now. Just what is so funny? You're so sloppy, and so are your conclusions. I still insist that I watch the show, or most of it in any case. What do you mean by most of it? You see, during the show I left my seat for a spell to visit the bathroom. I assume that was when that dramatic scene was played out on stage. That is the lousiest, lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life, pal. Just because he got the name of the move wrong. I can't really use that as proof that he didn't watch the show at all. As a fan of the Steel Samurai, I'd wanted to watch the entire show, honest. As a Steel Samurai fan, or someone who wasn't even in a seat for the climax of the show, you have no right to call yourself a Steel Samurai fan ever. Who was that just now? It would be I, young lady. Larry, what are you doing interrupting me like that? Edgy, please, hold for a second, I beg. You may never accept this old man as a Steel Samurai fan, but I totally think he's a Steel Samananiac. What exactly is a Steel Samananiac, player? I believe he meant to say Steel Samurai Maniac. Yeah, and trust me, I know a real fan when I see one because I'm the Steel Samurai. I will never acknowledge you as the true Steel Samurai. Where are you getting some work to bowl for, Mr. Edgeworth? It appears that the real Steel Samurai recognizes me as a fan, and as well he should, for I am a fan. It's not as though I missed the entire show. It was a most amazing show, filled with the spirit of the young and the young at heart. Sarcasm dripping from his long wooden nose couldn't run any thicker. Getting the name of the move wrong only proves that he didn't watch the last scene. What I really need to hear is something more definitive. Something like Mr. Alba directly to the murder of Mr. Manny-Koshan. You know what, Gramps? You're really something else. I'm honored to receive such praise from the Steel Samurai, but what is it for? Well, I was just wondering how you found out about the early summer rain jab. The move is a bit of a secret that only a small portion of the staff know about. Wait, it was a secret? Larry, what did you just say? Huh? Did I see something stupid again? Did you say that the early summer rain jab was actually a secret? Well, maybe I shouldn't have said secret. It's more like we only decided on the name of the move right before the start of the show. Right before? Yeah, stage director was going nuts because we were supposed to debut the move. About 5 minutes before the show, he threw it up on the dressing room's whiteboard. Early summer rain jab. It's kind of outside the name of the move. But by the time I'd already bent the spear, so I guess the whole thing was kind of pointless. All of you Steel Samurai actors are the same. The director has my complete sympathy. Long story short, because we changed the move to the sushi slash, we kind of pretended the early summer rain jab didn't exist at all. I mean, it'd be bad if someone found out we changed the move, so we made it a secret. So basically, a gag order was issued for publicity's sake. Almost makes the early summer rain jab sound like a lost art. Yeah, which is why I think most of the staff haven't even heard of the move. Hold those lips of yours still. What the heck, old man? I've done nothing but listen, and from what I can tell, it's all very unrelated to the case. It's also very tedious and a pointless exercise in wasting time, much like a kid's show. Mr. Alba, I believe the one who should be quiet now is you. How dare you! I suspect that you've already noticed exactly the very severe implications there are in this man's testimony. Huh, so now you're trying to bully me, huh? There are no implications to be read into a behind-the-scenes story of a kid's show. Don't even think about trying to slither your way out of this, Quercus Alba. You were the one who said it yourself. The name of the move was Early Summer Rain Jab. That name was only decided upon right before the show was about to start. So, just what are you driving at? That the name of the move you told us was never used in the show or said aloud. Now then, would you care to tell us about how you found out about the name of that move? Because I can only think of one way you could have known. Quercus Alba, this is the only way you could have known the name of the special move. You knew the name because you saw it. You saw the dressing room's whiteboard. The staff members who knew were keeping it a secret. So you couldn't have simply gone up to a staff member and asked. Which means the only other option left is that you saw it on the whiteboard. So that means Mr. Abel was in there at some point, right? Well, what's the big deal, sir? Let's see what that means. There is another piece of evidence that has a great deal to do with the dressing room. So we can't afford to let this slide. This is related to both the dressing room and to Mr. Korshian's murder. Push this from Albus from the dressing room. Yeah.
Take that!
The pushcart that was used to move the body was right there in the dressing room. During the show, the pushcart awaits turn to be pushed on stage in the dressing room. And it was finally pushed there, along with the Iron Infant in the last scene of the show. And then, right after the show ended, it went into Albus along with the Steel Samurai. Which means the only time the killer could have placed the body inside the pushcart was when the pushcart was in the dressing room backstage. So basically, the killer has to be someone who visited the dressing room during the show. Precisely. Ugh. Oh, but wait. What if, and this is just a what if. What if the murder took place right in the dressing room? Oh, what do you mean, Kay? I have to admit, she brings up a valid possibility. During the show, the dressing room is supposed to be devoid of people. Slipping undetected into a private dressing room then would be as simple as pie. The killer must have come up with that idea to move the body with the pushcart then, too. Correct. Thus making the theater's dressing room the ideal location for the murderer, Manny Koshan. Quercus Alba, during the show we went down to the dressing room, and I want to know why. Yes. Yes, I was there. I went into the dressing room. I knew it! I'm placing you under arrest right now, pal. You got that? Arrest! Not so fast. What is it now? Don't I deserve a chance to explain myself? Explain? What is there to explain? I believe I told you earlier that I went to the bathroom. Well, I got lost when I did. I wanted to ask for directions when I opened the dressing room door and no one was inside. And that's when I saw the name of the move on the whiteboard. You punk! Still trying to get out of this? Do you really think you can get away at this point? Mr. Edgeworth, is there anything you can do to stop him? I don't have enough evidence on him to do anything. I don't have the airtight evidence I need to put this man away for good. But if that's what I need, then perhaps... Agent Lang, I believe an investigation into the dressing room in question is in order. It's possible we may find new evidence there. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth pokes around in there. I'm sure he'll find some new facts, pal. Ooh, and if we use Little Thief, maybe we'll learn something from a recreation. We don't need to do any of that. What? Wolfie? How could you? I'm not saying this to be mean. It's just that we've already searched there. And men really are something else. And they found nothing? There's only one thing I can say to you, sis, is that they found nothing. That's it. I guess you're right. If they had found something, they would have reported it to us. They couldn't find anything because there was nothing there to find. And if there was no info to feed into Little Thief, then I can't do much to help either. Is this the end? The murder took place in this theater, which is not protected under extraterritorial rights. And the fact that it was Mr. Alba himself who committed the murder? I can't prove both statements to be true. Mr. Alba walks away a free man. So no other course of action left to us. It would appear that your hand of cards has turned out to be a bust. Now, if you will excuse me. Because of you people, I missed my flight. Now I must make haste to arrange for a new one. Oh, who was it this time? it right there, you young whippersnappers. Ack! First Larry and now you. What's with that scary mobster like scowl on your face, SG Poo? Don't treat me like I'm some sort of nuisance. I've been meaning to say this, all of you keep talking about things I don't get at all. You're all leaving this lady in the sad, depressing, lonely dust that I'm now about to cry in. Why did you have to speak up right now at this point instant? But you know what, SG Poo? Cheer up. Because I'm about to give you the most wonderful thing. The most wonderful thing? From you? It's so super special that I couldn't give it away just to anyone, you know. I'm a special present of love to my sweet SG Poo. Are you ready? Is this. It's a box of those samurai dogs, right? Yes. Oh, SG Poo, here you go on and eat one and you'll feel as right as rain. Are we through here? Why did everyone get so quiet all of a sudden? SG Poo, tell me you understand the depths of this lady's love for you. I'm not one to hand out snacks willy-nilly, you know. No, sir. The thought occurred to me that maybe it would be good if I fed you and made sure that you were nice and full. One day it's my dream to serve you some of my own homemade pie food. I mean, this is the desire of everyone to make sure that the beloved never goes hungry. That's what I want to experience. I'll tell you one thing, though. They used to say I could make the most delicious meal you threw in front of me. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do anything about her? There's no power on earth that can force that woman into silence. But I'm so sick and tired of it. All you people do is look down on me. If this box of samurai dogs put me for a fool. They had a special design on this fan like the Japanese flag, so I thought it was special. Then I ate one and just like the rest. Oh, it made me so mad. Wait. A special box with a Hinamaro like fan on it? Never heard of such a piece of merchandise existing before. Well, however, there it is. The red sign on this fan is filled in. Is it possible? Could it be? After the show, the samurai dogs were piled up on the dressing room floor. However, there is no such thing as a Hinamaru dog. This contradiction of facts between something that should not exist and yet does. The race from this restaurant may be just what we need to point us in the right direction. At present, the studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all into the pushcart just to move them. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Koshin at the theater and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then, you forced the steel samurai to unwittingly move the body for you. It's time to piece the final pieces of this logic puzzle together. No matter how fragile or small the connections may be, once you've found them all, the way to the truth will be revealed. The killer used the pushcart to transport the body, which means that they had to remove the samurai dogs from within first. Therefore, the samurai dogs that are piled up on the dressing room floor were most likely taken out of the pushcart by the killer. That which should not exist. This box of samurai dogs with a Hinamaru on it, and this red sun, was filled in when the killer was busy removing samurai dogs from the pushcart, and it's proof that the murder took place in the dressing room. As long as this red substance turns out to be what I believe it to be. When do you all beg? I thank you. What you have given to me is truly something very special. SG Poo! Mr. Edgeworth? Are you sure you're feeling okay, sir? Mr. Alba, as I suspected, you killed Mr. Koshin in the dressing room. How many times must I listen to you repeat yourself? Haven't you figured it out yet? Your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. The only way I'm going to continue to cooperate is with some definitive evidence. That arrogance, that self-confidence. You believe that you've erased every piece of evidence that can incriminate you. However, there remains one piece here, and is what will put you away for good. You're bluffing. Oh, hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sounds like you finally found them. You finally found the fangs we need to go after this guy's jugular. So tell us, what about the box of samurai dogs is going to put the old man away? The trace evidence that will bring him down? Why, it's here, of course. This box has samurai dogs with a Hinamaru fan on it. It should never have existed. So much well, let's take a good look at this red spot. It's a single drop of blood. Huh? What? Blood, you say? Agent Ling, I'd like this blood analyzed post-haste. Gosh, I'm a bit surprised. Can't believe we found blood in a place like this. Hey you, get this out to the lab pronto. Why was there blood on that box to begin with? If we think about the flow of the crime, I think the reason will become obvious. There, you said that you transported the samurai dog to the pushcar, correct? Oh, yeah, you have a great memory, Edgy. The pushcar was a bit too big for my son, you know what I mean? To make sure everyone could see him, I had to pile some stuff in. Figured the samurai dogs were there, so I used them to fill up the cart. If what Larry says is true, then what were the boxes doing on the floor? Ah, I see. The killer took them out in order to place the body in the pushcart. Exactly, and that's when I believe the victim's blood found its way onto that box. Well, my man investigated that room, not a single box of samurai dogs was in there. Because embassy staff members had already confiscated them. Yes, I tried to hide the evidence of the murder. It's a good thing Miss Oldbag managed to steal that one box before they got to them, huh? Looks like Miss Oldbag also managed to put this great thief to shame. What a scandalous way of putting that. I didn't steal, I received it for myself. Worker Selba, I think this was one very fatal oversight on your part. Sorry to rain on your little love fest, however. How can you still be so confident in no one's situation for him like this? Even if that blood turns out to belong to Mr. Koshin, then what? So, Mr. Edgeworth, sounds like he's not ready to call it quits yet, huh? The sole piece of evidence that was left at the scene of the crime. That alone has shed light on a new fact. At the very least, we now have proof that the murder occurred in the dressing room. And you see that like it means something. Huh? Excuse me, sirs. Report. What were the results of the analysis? Sir, the analysis came back and confirmed that the red substance is blood. I knew it. With this crooked Alba. Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might humor my question. Your question? The one from before, or have you forgotten? Even if that is Mr. Koshin's blood, what difference would it make? Like we already told you, it proves that the crime scene was that dressing room. But it doesn't prove that I am your killer, does it? That's a very good point. The blood on the box doesn't prove that Mr. Alba is the killer. Then, this evidence, it's meaningless? That can't be. We were so close, sir. I want to smack that smug look off his face. Come on, there's gotta be something we can do. Finally found a solid piece of evidence. Must be something I can expose with it. Ack! I can't think of a single thing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. Who was that? It's too late. I won't allow anyone to stop me now. It wasn't me, pal. And it wasn't me this time either. It wasn't me either. It was me! Why did you... because I haven't finished reporting everything to you yet, sir. There's more? What? Hurry up and spit it out. Yes, sir. That blood I mentioned. It's not the same blood type as the victim's blood. What? No. What? What? What do you mean it's not the same type? You mean it's not the victim's blood? If it isn't his, then who is it? I don't know, sir. Well, I know it's not the same blood type as the victim, sir. What should we do now, Mr. Edgeworth? I have no idea what's what anymore. Neither do I. My, what an amusing turn of events. That blood draw proves something to be true, alright. Namely, my words. And which one of your words would that be? The ones where I say that your words are meaningless, worthless, and powerless. That blood has nothing to do with the murder investigation whatsoever. I need to remind you that the blood got onto that box long before it entered my embassy. What sort of nonsense? Yeah, it's blood, pal. There's no way it's not related to the murder. So you would like to believe. What is someone preparing the blood around my blood to a small nosebleed? What then? I guess that's possible. Have we been wasting our time on a red herring? The blood doesn't belong to anyone connected to the case. That should be clue enough. Marcus Alba, you... Silence! Don't you ever address me with such a filthy word again. I've wasted enough time here with you and you have your answers. Now let me through. Alba, it doesn't matter when you run off to, you'll never escape me. Someday I'll have the satisfaction of sticking my fangs into you. You'll see. And all of Interpol will be behind me, working to see to it that day comes. Do you know what your words sound like to me? They sound like the whinings of a pathetic loser of a mutt. Ugh. Lang's really angry. Is this really the extent of all that we can do? Is the blood really from someone completely unrelated to the case? Or is there another possibility? Someone else other than the victim? Just when I thought I had him backed into a corner, it is I who's been backed into one. Situation like this, what would that man do? What would he who can turn any disparate situation around do? Turn it around. That's it. I must turn my way of thinking around. It's not whose blood is this. It's whose blood could get onto the box like this. If you think about it that way. The blood got onto the box when the body was being placed into the pushcart. And the owner said blood must have been in the dressing room at the time. There's only one person that could be. Well, I must praise you for trying so hard. It's because of you kids that I was removed from center stage. And will be forced to live with the rest of my life in the shadows, unfortunately. But it's not a total loss, as the underworld will allow me more freedom than you'll ever know. Freedom like what the raven feels as it flies through the dark night sky. You can't lay a finger on me. Not now or ever. The arm of the law is powerless before me. Powerless, is it? I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. What do you mean? Allow me to describe to you in one word. Pitiful. Pitiful? How so? Marcus Alba, your wings were clipped long ago. And for someone who was trying to fly away on them without noticing that fact, pitiful is the perfect word to describe you. Mere words. What do you mean by his wings are clipped, Mr. Edgeworth? Just what you think it means, Kay. We had already caught him in our trap a while back. An incredibly powerful definitive piece of evidence. Hey, or if the Mr. Prosecutor care to speak in English? What are you talking about? What piece of evidence? The piece I speak of is, of course, this drop of blood. But we know that it's not from the victim. I don't see how it remains irrelevant to the case at all. Miss Von Karma, I believe that this is exactly why it's very important to the case. And the part that is the most important is the fact that it's not the victim's blood. You're looking a little pale. Good, then I believe you are already aware of what I mean. Then you know who the blood belongs to? Of course I do. This piece of evidence is the irrefutable proof that will stop the killer in his tracks. The blood that soiled this box of samurai dogs belongs to this person.
Take that!
The blood of the red sun on this box belongs to you, Marcus Alba. Ugh. What? What? Why is his blood on the box of samurai dogs? He's not even a victim. The blood fell onto the box when Mr. Koshan's body was being loaded into the pushcart. At that time, the only two people in the dressing room were the victim and his killer. So that's what you mean. The blood doesn't belong to the victim. Then there is only one other person it could belong to. Yes, and that person is the murderer himself. That's the only logical conclusion. But Mr. Koshan was the one who stabbed Sir. Or would Mr. Alba have been the one who was bleeding? What if during the murder, Mr. Koshan had fight back? You mean if before Mr. Alba could kill him, Mr. Koshan managed to wound Mr. Alba? Yes, and I believe we have a piece of evidence that proves he was bleeding then. What is the piece of evidence that shows Mr. Alba was probably bleeding at the time?
Take that!
Obvious, isn't it? Mr. Alba, you bear on your body a great wound. That was for when Damask 2 attacked me with a pair of scissors. Yeah, and that happened way after he was in the dressing room. Ah, but is that what really happened? You can manufacture a weapon by smearing blood on it, so I can't just accept that as fact. Shall we try a test, Mr. Alba, and see if the shape of your wound matches the scissors? You really are something else, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't let a single thing slip you by, no matter how insignificant the possibility. You're one to talk, Mr. Alba. You managed to give the law the slip for 10 years as smuggling rings leader. No matter the danger, you can hide every last ounce of fear and anxiety from everyone. You truly are a one-of-a-kind criminal. I am the master of my fear. However, to think that a person such as you can miss such a large thing. You believe him overlooked something? You said that my wound was caused by Mr. Koshan, and that it was caused during one of the theater's dressing rooms, right? Yes, that is correct. I'd like to point out that it's simply not possible. My wound is a stab wound, one that could only have come from a blade. I wonder where you will propose that such a weapon came from. The theater was packed with security guards. It would have been impossible for anyone to come into this area with a weapon of any sort. Just as Mr. Owl was able to bring in the alabaster knife and a bouquet, there must have been some other way to sneak in a weapon of some sort. But as long as you can't prove what that other way is. All you're talking about Mr. Koshan stabbing me is pure nonsense. So if that other way does exist, you better hurry and tell me now. With pleasure. Wait, what? This piece of evidence shows us that Mr. Koshan brought a weapon into the theater.
Take that!
Among the law enforcement, this piece is known as the Yatagarasu's key. That key? That's the key that my father stole from here 7 years ago. And it is very unique. That is both a key and a knife. Meaning that under the guise of a key could have been easily brought into the theater. No! You could have disposed of the knife that stabbed you. Therefore, you wiped off the blood and placed it back in Mr. Koshan's pocket. After all, the key itself opens the safe in his office. And inside that safe, there was a document of a code of pen and paper, signed by Mr. Koshan. In order to make it look like Mr. Koshan died as the leader of the smuggling ring, we had to make it so the police were the ones who opened that office safe. All that hard work to save yourself only served to destroy you in the end. Shall we try matching this knife's blade with your wound, Mr. Quirker's Alba? And that is what some may call the coup de grace. Coup de grace, or whatever. Impossible. You can't take me down. Swine! All of you! Especially Man Koshan! This is all because of that man's betrayal! He sought to steal control of the smuggling ring from me by removing me as ambassador. Which is why he deserved to die while bearing the guilt for all of my crimes for me. That's why I sent him the Yatagarasu's card how this incident was born. The man who was supposed to be the smuggling ring's leader was killed by the Yatagarasu. But I had yet another reason, yet another story that's supposed to play out. Man's death was supposed to bring everything to a close. And would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling prosecutors. Mr. Alba, I'm afraid there was one more question I forgot to ask. This country's or Albus? Which country's court would you like to face first? Either way, it's game over for you. Edgeworth! Epic breakdown, isn't it? It's like fireworks and stuff like that. Kind of looks like a tree, doesn't he? Yeah. Even has a tree in his office that looks like him. Oh, this is it, the big day. Mr. Alba's trial today. Next week he's scheduled to stand trial in his own country of Alabest. Franziska's heading that one. I suppose she'll be serving a full course of whiplashes at it. Having to face Miss Von Karma in court right after facing you, sir. I don't even want to think of what that would be like. Caught a glimpse of Mr. Alba as he was being escorted into the courthouse. And boy, he looked about as glum as I do the day before I get my monthly paycheck. You know, I've been thinking. That flight attendant and even Mr. Portsman were all Mr. Alba's secret agents. Correct. The smuggling ring was the common thread between all of the incidents. Pammy Melee was to provide support during smuggling ops using her job as an attendant. And Mr. Portsmouth was to manipulate trials related to the ring to end in their favor. Ugh, going to airlines, even the prosecutor's office. No one was safe in the smuggling ring, huh, sir? I suspect there are even more members of this ring spread throughout the world. Yeah, it sounds like such a big op that I can't even begin to imagine what it's like. Huh? What is it, detective? Nothing. It's just, well, come to think of it, Mr. Ernest Amato's trial is also scheduled for later today, sir. I'm aware of that. Mr. Amato has been working with the smuggling ring now for over 10 years. He used the Amato Group's various connections worldwide to assist the ring. But all of that has come to an end as this conglomerate is now undergoing harsh scrutiny. I owe Mr. Amato gratitude, but he must pay his debt to society. Well, with the rest of both Mr. Alba and Mr. Amano, I guess that about wraps up the KG8 incident as well, huh? I suppose so. The real killer in the KG8 incident 10 years ago was Manny Koshan. And 7 years ago, the killer in the second KG8 incident was Mac Rell. Those two facts are the unshakable truth, however. It seems that a lot of effort was put into hiding these and other truths from us. And I will expose it all at the trials today. You're solving cases left and right today, aren't you, sir? Sissy, you and Dead Man. Perhaps now, these two brave souls who tried to make the truth known can rest in peace. By the way, I received some gifts from Ambassador Polano. Shrimp, crab, beef. Don't need any of these, so I'm giving them to you. What? Seriously, sir? Oh, wait. Actually, I don't think I want them anymore. But you're holding them? Don't tell me they're just coupons, sir. Detective Gumshoe, have you not read the paper recently? Ever since the two countries became codepia again, its economy has changed. Really? And it seems that Ambassador Polano has reaped a few benefits of his own from it. He's been announced as the official ambassador of the newly reunified codepia. But what a pity. Even though every item you send is a treasure, you don't seem all that interested. Well, if you don't want them, I can give them to my lovely assistant, Kay. Wait, that's not what I said, so Mr. Edgeworth, please let me have them, sir. Actually, come to think of it, where is Kay? How come she's still not here? Hey, you gotta be more alert than that. Eek! I can't believe you didn't notice. I was even mimicking Mr. Edgeworth's voice for a bit. I totally didn't notice you or realize that voice was you. Lang Z says, ferocious love blooms with each new spring. Agent Lang, I'm pleasantly surprised to see you here. It's been a long time since I set foot in the courthouse, but I wasn't going to miss. Watching the guy who screwed up my country finally get what's coming to him. Well, that and something else. I want to see you in action in court. Is that so, Agent Lang? We flushed out all of the counterfeit bills, so King Faw's finally at peace again. It's all thanks to you, so I just want to say thanks. Wow, I never thought I'd see the day old Wolfie says thanks to Mr. Edgeworth. I should be the one thanking you, Agent Lang. You hadn't negated Mr. Alba's extraterritorial rights? I would not have been able to bring him to trial. I believe that victory belongs to both of us in this case. Shared victory, huh? Look, don't get me wrong. I'll still never forgive you prosecutors. And I have zero interest in that truth thing you talk about in court. I've always done things my own way, and that's not about to change. You got that? I see. Well, I believe you should follow your own creed when you do your job. Yeah, and if there's ever someone your precious truth can't catch, feel free to sit around and cry about it all you want. As for me, I'm going to get that person no matter what. Heh, alright. About time for the trial to start. I will see you later. I'll be watching your performance from the gallery. I'm looking forward to this. I've prepared a whole ton of ticker tape of today's victory, sir. I'll have to throw some around when Mr. Edgeworth wins. Hope you've got enough because I'm going to go call my men up as well. A modest amount of ticker tape goes a long way. The scene shifts to the courtroom, and the final act of this long tale begins. The legend of the great thief Yatagarasu. It's the story of those who choose to dedicate their lives to the pursuit of the truth. Prosecutors are those who seek a guilty verdict for the defendants they meet. And to that end, you have no choice but to win by any means necessary. That creed was forced on me since I was very young. However, I no longer think that is all we prosecutors are. And that is because Even though I've only been away from the courtroom for a short time, I feel as though it's been a lifetime since I've set foot in one. And today, more than any other day, I feel the fight within me rising. Yeah. Interesting game, isn't it? Not perfect, but interesting. I am really Mr. Edgeworth's step for the other day. Thanks to him, I'm still free to serve in the friendly blue skies. Oh, so about my suitcases. I've been selling them on the internet. They've become a real sensation. Thanks to the praise that our art world has lavished on my work as being truly postmodern. The airline has chosen me to design a new line of Goju jumbo jets. Just think, someday you will be able to take a ride in my pink-walled, yellow-seated jet. Yeah. Edgeworth, the rudeness of a rude man. Because of him, my time and money is wasted. More importantly, Lear, I received a most fantastic treasure recently. The permanent statue of the Principality of Codopia. It weighs a bit light in my hands, but the Ambassador Polino was most generous. Yeah, it's kind of like the previous trilogy. Whenever the credits play, they kind of do a where are they now thing. We finally caught Agent Hicks's killer, and I was able to witness Mr. Alba's teary eyes. Feels good to finally bring everything to a close. I received another offer from Interpol to work another case in cooperation with them. However, the Codopian courts await. Codopia's air is supposed to be very fresh, so my whip should find new vigor there. This little patrolman has been fired up today, sir. I thought it was safe since we found the gun I had dropped. But I hadn't noticed that I dropped my police badge too. I guess what really broke the camel's back was that I couldn't find my badge. My little life was suddenly tripped into a dark black hole, sir. I think I'll go to the courthouse and file a complaint with Ruffles, man. Ruffles, man. That's cute. I was actually hoping to talk with Mr. Edgeworth a bit more than I did. But I've got to get going and return to Europe. I've still got a long way to go and a lot of stuff to study there. Next time I help Mr. Edgeworth on a case, I'm going to do it as a real forensic scientist. I'm sure he's going to need all the help I can give him, scientifically. Kinda a shame Emma didn't have a bigger role in the game, yeah. Because the kidnapping was staged, I was let off easy. But I won't be going outside much anytime soon. But that's really okay. The only prison I'm forever trapped in is the cage of love. The guard down at the detention center. Well, when he's on guard duty. He has such a cold look in his eyes, just like that prosecutor. Stop it, Lauren. When will you ever learn to stop being a prisoner of love? It appears that there are all sorts of drama that takes place outside of the courtroom. Since we judges are here day in and day out, I've only heard a few rumors, but... Apparently, Mr. Edgeworth teamed with the thief and became a detective. Maybe I should team up with a bailiff and try to become a lawyer or something. Silly judge. Makes him entertaining, but silly. Yeah. Ooh, I barely escaped death yet again. Yeah, but boy, were we lucky to have Mr. Edgeworth help us out, huh? Yeah, but because I lost the key, I got fired from my security guard job. Don't let it get you down, Maggie. You've still got me. You're right, sir. I won't be sad. I'm going to pick up myself up and get through this. I wonder what my next job should be. Oh, this is actually kind of fun. Maggie's adorable, isn't she? Glad her and Gumshoe are on good terms, compared to what happened in Trials and Tribulations, you know? Yeah. Master Plano's a good guy, isn't he? When I come to Cortopia for your summer vacation, we have coupons aplenty. Right now, our embassy is proud to present our Let's Investigate a Murder show. Although recreating the particular case has created a few small fires of its own. We had a few problems with the fire marshals. The next event will be great. It will be an attraction entitled Capture the Yatagarasu. Of course, I hope to enlist Case help in creating our latest attraction. Yeah, a bit pushy, but he's a good guy. It's nice. Very helpful too in some ways. Yeah, he was a big help. I can't believe that Mindy ditched me and went to Japan. But it's okay, because that's how I met Miharu. We're planning to go to Paris soon, start a business. We're going to sell blue ocean dogs. They'll sell like hot dogs for sure. A blue hot dog and a blue bun, I guarantee you it'll turn your tongue and your face blue. I know I'm not really the type to work a lot or at all really, but... Oh, so I noticed that I really haven't seen the guy in the blue suit at all recently. Wonder what's up. Well, the next time we meet, I'm gonna make him eat one of my dogs. A lot of people worked on this game, nice though. At least it's not like Bioshock's credits, really long there. I gave testimony in court today, as a member of the Yatakarasu. Yo, Mr. Bad, you look well, all things considered. By the way, have you noticed that elements within the ring have been gotten moving? They're probably fighting over who should succeed, over who should be the next boss. Although, to be honest, I wish I could forget I'd ever heard of that smuggling ring. Ling Z says, thoroughly bite the poisonous snake from head to tail. No one runs afoul of the law and escapes this wolf's fangs. I'll get you all yet. Youth. Did I become so old, I wonder? I've begun noticing the gray hairs on my beard more. I'm thinking of retiring my mirror. Detective Bad's a good guy. Bit rude at first, but a good guy. I was the Pink Princess and the Pink Badger all in the span of 2 days. Talk about busy. But it's alright, because I got a letter from my beloved Edgy Poo. Please take care of your hip, and when you wish to speak, first take off your headpiece. What does he mean by that last statement? It's not like I enjoy being under a headpiece every time I see him. I've been an alien and then some creepy fuzzy pink animal, and then I was a pink princess, a great hero of just spare. Since I was a young maid, I became inspired wearing the most stylish hat on my head, although wear my own costume or something. Even then, that just sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah, it's quite the motor mouth she's got. Yeah, little after the credits scene. Whoa! I feel so much better now the trial's over. And as always, your legal prowess is top-notch, sir. Yeah, nothing beat the look on Mr. Alba's face when you revealed the ring's secrets. I was amazed. You're like a totally different person when you step into a courtroom. Mr. Edgeworth is always 10 times fiercer in court. Based on the information Mr. Alba offered up, they've begun large-scale operations. With the rest of the ring, which I'm happy to let you leave to Francisca and Agent Ling. So what are your plans now, Kay? Oh, well, I've taken care of the creep who killed my father, so I'm not sure. Hey, I know. Maybe I'll just keep on being Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Are you still trying to steal my job, pal? Just kidding, just kidding. I can't steal something so important to you, Gummy. Phew, what a relief. Okay? Yes? Even after all that's happened, are you still planning to become a great thief? Of course. But I don't want to tarnish the legend of the noble Gratikarasu. So I'm going to hold off on doing anything until I make a tight 3-person team of my own. A 3-person team? A 3-person team of young beauties the same age as me, if possible. If those criteria are highly judged, you'll find the 2 other people you need. Father chose to fight for the truth. I think that's why I was so noble about him. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth? The only thing I will ever steal are the truths that have been hidden away. Going to work extra hard to make a world where Yadagarasu isn't needed. Let's both strive for such a future. Well, I guess it's time for me to get going. I see. Okay, keep your chin up and stay strong, okay? And don't be a stranger. Don't worry, I'll be back. I'll be sure to break the lock on the window and sneak in. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you came in through the building's front door. That's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. The lock on my window at home has been broken for forever. Oh, one last thing before I go. Let's take a group picture. Just the 3 of us. Yeah, commemorative photo. Every big case has to end with one. No. Hey, why not? Don't tell me you're camera shy, Mr. Edgeworth. Of course not, detective. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm taking the picture now. Hey, come back here. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't run away from this, sir. Ack! Hey, Detective Gumshoe! Stop that! I can't be seen doing that! Okay, I'm totally taking it now. Say cheese! And thus, the long tale of the KGN incident came to a close. Saw the demise of a smuggling ring and the birth of a little great thief. But there is little time to rest and relax. For I am eager to tackle the investigation into a new case. Reason for my eagerness is my want to pursue the truth, and my want to believe in the strength of those who use the power of the law for good. Someone who was chosen to live my life as a prosecutor, that is my new creed. Such a cute photo, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, very genuine, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah. That's it for this game. Now, my next Let's Play, I'm very excited for. You'll find out why later. Yeah. But, yeah. For now, it won't take long before I upload my next Let's Play, so don't worry about that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and comment and subscribe, and check out my Twitch and Ko-Fi and Twitter/X. And again, next time, it'll be a new Let's Play. You'll find out what it is soon enough. So, hope you join me for that, and peace off.